Hello, this is Golee10000. Today we are going to be doing a battle replay of Pokemon Showdown. This battle was between me and Cannibalfish on here called Taco Pie God. Today, or for right now, we're going to be doing the team analysis. For me, who's on the opposite side, we have Breloom, who is a Mach Punch Swords Dance set with Spore. We have Volcarona, which is a Quiver Dance, Fiery Dance kind of set. Then we have Goodra, who's more of a bulky tank with the Assault Vest. We have Gliscor, who is a Defensive Wall. We have Greninja, who is a Special Sweeper. And we have Caesar, a Mega Caesar, who is a Physical Wall / Physical Sweeper. So, without further ado, let's get this party started. So, I start out with Glint thinking he's the best option. Then I see Therothorn, I'm like, oh shit, maybe I should switch out. So I switch out to Raw, and then he switches out to Garchomp. And then we're back to where we started, sorta, except I'm at a worse off area. So, now we finally get started. He sends out Stealth Rocks right before I send out Raw, so I don't take any damage. And knowing this, I don't want to switch out. So, I keep doing Quiver Dances, knowing Chansey's gonna wall me to hell unless I do this. He paralyzes me, and this is where things start to go downhill. I should have probably went for another Quiver Dance, but I was too, how do you say, greedy. So I burn him, he takes damage, then I get the Parahacks, and that was bad. And it gets even worse. He sends out Garchomp, and the Fiery Dance almost kills it, but it doesn't. And then I die! Yeah, so that kind of sucked. So I send back out Glint thinking he can take whatever this Garchomp wants to throw at him, but it turns out, nope. Dies by Fire Fang. So I send out Breloom going to Mach Punch his ass, and for some reason he sent out Therothorn. Not exactly sure why. I think he might have been expecting Spore or something. Anyways, he sends out Gengar fearing another Mach Punch. So I send out Goodra, who can take whatever this thing has to offer against it. I only take 5% damage. He sends out Chansey, and Fire Blast does absolutely nothing. It's pretty bad. Then he does Seismic Tox on my Gliscor. Fortunately, I'm already toxic, so I'm getting my health back pretty quickly. Then he sends out Therothorn, and he hopes to get a Leech Seed off, and fails miserably. So, anyways, switch out Breloom, or I switch out to Breloom, hoping to get a Mach Punch in, and then I decided he might want to switch out, so I used Spore. Fortunately, it didn't work out that way, and then I used Mach Punch. Yeah, really great. Alright, so then I switch out back to Goodra, hoping to take another Gengar hit, but didn't go as planned. So he switches out, and then he gets another layer of spikes on the field. So now I'm taking massive amounts of damage from spikes and Stealth Rock. I send out Altair because he can take out Pokemon pretty easily. So I went for a Surf this turn, seeing, I'm not actually sure why I went for Surf. Anyways, I went for Surf, and then I went for Ice Beam, killing his Therothorn, finally. And I finally killed one of his Pokemon. Gets worse, though. He sends out Thunderous Therian, and I didn't know at the time, but I thought he was, Choice Scarf, but he was not, unfortunately. He was Expert Belt, which threw me off, and therefore I, scaredly switched out. Anyways, I send back out Gliscor because he's the only one who really wants to take on Chansey, even though it's not the best matchup. It's going to be real stally with these two. So right now, it gets really stally, but I'm starting to learn his patterns, and so that I can make good predictions as to what he's going to do when I do certain things. And he's doing the same thing at the same time, so I have to out-predict him eventually, which has already been hard to do since he's been really good at predicting my moves. So, anyways, I Toxic him, and then he gets some health back, he takes some damage, then he switches out. So I keep getting my health back, which is helping me. So, anyways, I keep going and going and going. Unfortunately, Gliscor literally can't do anything to Gengar, so that's not good. It would have been bad if it were just going to be a matchup between Gliscor and Gengar, because it would automatically mean I'd lose. Well, yeah. So, anyways, Gliscor keeps doing his thing, and Chansey keeps doing its thing, and as you can see, we're kind of at a stalemate. He switches back out to Gengar, hoping to get more sleep turns burnt off, and he finally wakes up. Now, I thought the Shadow Ball was for sure going to kill me, but it didn't. I somehow lived it, and which is really good for me. Chansey then comes back out, and I'm getting more health back, which is great. So I bulldoze him. Now I'm starting to learn the pattern. Knowing this, I'm pretty sure in a couple of seconds he's going to soft boil. So I set up more substitutes, seeing that it's basically not helping me at all. And then I protect, he seismic tosses. So again, I'm learning his patterns at this point. So I bulldoze him down to 52%. Seismic tosses me. Then I toxic him because I know he's going to do a soft boil. And then here comes the key play, is I know he's going to switch out to get rid of Toxic after learning enough about him. So I switch out to Altair so he can take out whatever comes at his way. So this time I decided to use Ice Beam, and this was his crucial misplay. Was he lost Thunderous early, or late, and it could have really helped him out. Now I use Shadow Sneak so the Mach Punch doesn't affect me. Then I use Ice Beam to kill the Breloom because it can't outspeed me or do anything, and we both die in the end. But I've taken out his team, and now we're equal. Well, not anymore, but now I get to see what he brings out. So I send out Chansey, or he sends out Chansey, and knowing he's going to switch out, I use Spore, finally putting Gengar to sleep, giving me enough time to get ready to kick its ass. I use Swords Dance, and then somehow Bullet Seed kills the Gengar in 3 hits, which works for me. So, Gengar's dead. Now I use Mach Punch on Chansey, not realizing it didn't kill it. So I lost Breloom. Anyways, Gliscor comes out, bulldozes the Chansey, kills it. Now here's the interesting part, is I might just win with Gliscor. I protect to get health back, so whatever he hits me with on the turn I'm not getting hit with. I don't die, and he dies. And that's how I won. Anyways, so that was the whole battle, and I must say Cannibalfish did a really, really good job, and it's probably a battle I really enjoyed against a friend, and it's the first battle I've enjoyed against a friend for a very long time. And yeah, I won by the skin of my teeth, and I feel really happy about that, although a little bit scared. So anyways, remember, Gliscor is a monster, and it let's just say if you see it, you're fucked.